Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ironworker Gaming channel. Glad you were able to join me for another PvP weapon review, where we look at pros, cons, stats, damage numbers, as well as how to obtain the weapon. The weapon on the docket for today is Lumina. As always, these reviews are geared toward lower skill players, so if you just ran through like 12 flawless trials passages last weekend, you might not get a whole lot out of this, but I'd be glad to have you along for the ride. This weapon review is coming to you by request of Nikki Samak. I hope I got that name right, sorry if I didn't. But if there's a weapon that you would like to see me review, just sound off and let me know, I'll see if I can get you in. And just a friendly reminder, if you'd like to help out a fellow Guardian by supporting his channel, the like and subscribe button are two totally free and easy ways to do so. But the Lumina, the one true support weapon in Destiny 2. You know, this is a really interesting concept for the game and something Bungie's never tried to pull off in Destiny before. You know, aside from being tied to one of the most interesting stories in Destiny 2's lore, that being the chronicles of Dredgen Yor and Shin Malphur, Bungie decided to design this gun to try to help players fill that role of the team support player. I mean, sure, there are ways you can support your team, like dropping Warlock Rifts or Wells, or if you're a Titan, you could throw up a barricade. But with the Lumina, you can be that player that keeps your teammates' health topped off, as well as applying nice damage buffs, all while on the move. So how exactly does this thing work? And more importantly, what can this gun do for us in the Crucible? But let's start off by taking a very condensed look at how to obtain Lumina. Okay, Lumina was released into Destiny 2 in Season of Opulence and is tied to a pretty lengthy exotic quest. The acquisition of this gun could be a video all on its own, but I'm going to do my best to try to cram it into like a 45-second segment here. To start this quest, follow me on screen. We are heading to the same exact spot where we started the Thorn exotic quest. So we're heading through the salt mines, use the teleporter, go up the hill along the edge to the abandoned campsite. You should find a box, open the box. In said box, you should find a system positioning device, which will lead you to another box. I would probably Google this quest step because there's 6 different spawn locations for this box and I don't have time to go over them all in a weapon review video. Once you found that box, you'll be asked to make 250 orbs of light, and then you'll obtain the Rose Hand Cannon, which is not a bad gun in its own rights. The next couple of steps are going to require you to do a 50,000 point Nightfall run, defeat enemies without reloading, do some Escalation Protocol, Blind Well, or Forges, and then complete more random activities like strikes, Crucible matches, or Menagerie. Then you'll need to make more Orbs of Light, get some Crucible kills, and basically get a Not On My Watch medal in Gambit where you kill the invader before he damages or kills anyone else on your team. Then head into the Will of 1,000 strike, shoot all those floating crystals with the Rose Hand Cannon, and defeat Zol with the Rose Hand Cannon. After all that, you will finally obtain the Lumina. Alright, Lumina is a 150 RPM kinetic hand cannon with 12 rounds in the magazine. Stats are all pretty much on par with other hand cannons of this archetype. The intrinsic trait is Noble Rounds. Kills with the Lumina leave a remnant. Picking up this remnant will make your next hipfire shot a Noble Round and partially reload your magazine. This trait ties directly to the exotic perk, which is Blessing of the Sky, which basically states if you shoot an ally with one of these Noble Rounds, it will heal them and give you both a damage buff. There is a catalyst available for Lumina, and this basically gives you 2 Noble Rounds for the price of 1 remnant. The base damage for Lumina is 68 on a precision hit and 43 to the body, giving it an optimal time to kill of 0.8 seconds, requiring 3 headshots, and a body shot time to kill of 1.6 seconds, requiring 5 shots landed. Now, if the Blessing of the Sky perk is activated, you are going to be getting a 20% damage buff, bringing Lumina's damage values to 81 on a precision shot and 51 to the body. This will give you the ability to go 2 head and 1 body to hit that optimal time to kill, or shave a few tenths of a second off your body shot time to kill, requiring 4 shots instead of 5. So with Lumina belonging to the strongest archetype of hand cannons for PvP currently, and the ability to pack a nice potential damage buff, let's take a look at the pros of using this thing inside the Crucible. Okay, for the pros. First off, Lumina has a nice, thin, clean looking weapon frame. If you've seen any of my other weapon reviews, you know I cannot stand big chunky guns hogging up a good chunk of my screen. I hate it. Also, when aiming down sights, you have a nice, clean, practical reticle. That's something I appreciate. Aim assist for Lumina feels pretty strong, and looking at the hidden stats from light.gg, we can see that, well, it is. And like I said earlier, it is a 150 RPM hand cannon, so you're getting the benefit of having the best base TTK for hand cannons that you can ask for. But then when you get that 20% damage buff applied, it's giving you a good bit of forgiveness, as well as shaving those couple of tenths of a second off your body shot time to kill. And if you are a lower skill or casual player, a little extra forgiveness is always appreciated. Now when this buff is activated, it is giving you a very generous 10-second window to go out there and get some work done. Also, when you're absorbing a noble round remnant, you are going to be getting 4 rounds back in your magazine, or 8 if you have the catalyst unlocked. Now, from everything I've seen and heard, once you get this catalyst unlocked, it completely changes the flow and feel of using this gun. I don't have it done yet, but maybe I'll get off my butt and finish it eventually here, and somewhere down the line we can re-review Lumina. So we're into the cons now, and really there's not too many to speak of, but there is one. That being, man does it take a lot of work to get this gun firing on all cylinders. I mean, first I need to land a final blow with Lumina, which sometimes for me is a miracle in itself. Then I have to run over my enemy's dead body to collect that remnant. This can be tough to do sometimes unless you catch a stray guardian out there wandering around all by his lonesome. Then, hopefully there's a teammate nearby for me to shoot with that noble round, even though he's probably going to be completely oblivious that I just gave him a damage buff. And then, and only then, will I get my 20% damage buff for that 10 seconds. I mean, I'm kind of a little worn out just thinking about doing that process. Now you can mitigate some of these pain points by doing a couple things. One is playing with buddies. I was playing last night on stream with a couple of friends using the Lumina, and man does it make a night and day difference if you have a team that you can work well together with. Secondly, is just to be better with hand cannons. If I was more competent and could down guardians more consistently while using a hand cannon, I'm sure things would flow a lot better. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But when I was capturing footage and reviewing this gun, running solo with a gaggle of blueberries whose only focus is slay, 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 it can really be a lot of work to realize this gun's full potential. So the verdict, my favorite part, because this is a point where you get to slam me in the comments if you disagree with me. I'm just kidding. You head down to the comments and slam away if you want. I'm fine with it. But I would say if you are inherently strong with hand cannons and have a solid group of friends to play Crucible with, this gun is one that you might fall in love with. I also want to give a quick nod to the great upside of using this weapon in PvE environments. This is where the gun can truly shine and can be a ton of fun. Not discrediting what it can do in PvP, but you're just going to be popping off those noble rounds a little bit less frequently in the Crucible. But as far as recommending this gun to lower skill or casual players who are out there running around solo, I really don't think you're going to get a whole lot more out of Lumina than you would just any run-of-the-mill legendary 150 RPM hand cannon. I mean, you can basically get the same benefits out of something like Kill Clip, albeit for a shorter duration, but you might see it proccing a little more frequently. But simply based on the potential upside that Lumina possesses, I would recommend that you at least get out there, finish off that exotic quest, and hop into the Crucible to give it a try. It might be the gun for you. Alright, so this is the point in the video where I beg you to like and subscribe to my channel. Just kidding, I mean, if you enjoyed the video, do give it a like, and if you want to see more content from me, consider hitting the subscribe button, but as always, this is completely up to you. If you'd like to come hang out with me live, I do stream on Twitch, generally weekend evenings, starting around 9:30 Eastern Time. But if you want to go the extra mile and head over to Twitch and give Ironworker814 a follow, you will get notified when I pop on. You could also catch Ironworker814 on Twitter, but the best way to get a hold of me is simply by leaving a comment down below. If it is worth your time to comment on one of my videos, it is well worth my time to get back to you. And with all that being said, thank you for spending a piece of your day checking out my content. I hope this weapon review was useful. You guys are awesome. I will catch you on the next one.